All right, everybody. I think I'm live on YouTube and on X at the same exact time right now. This is the first time ever I'm going both YouTube and X at the same time. Playing around with some new software, so hopefully it's working and hopefully you guys can see and hear me properly. If you can, please let me know in the live chat. I see you guys in the live chat. Cool. All right, so you know the drill. Smash up that like button, share this with your friends and family. And let's get this party started like we always do with our crypto market overview. So I just want to say it's a big week, being that we have the Nvidia Conference tomorrow. And we're already seeing AI coins really start to pick up today only. This is my AI watch list over here on the right side of the screen. And we are seeing AI coins go 10%, 20%, 30% on the day today. So certainly AI, a lot of people saying that this was going to be a sell the news event, the Nvidia conference. The thing is, if you picked good AI coins months ago, coins that we were talking about on the channel towards the bottom, last year, September, October of 2023, you don't really need to do anything right now. By the way, guys, let me know if you can see and hear me clearly in the live chat. Again, first time we're going live at the same time on both X and YouTube. And I hope that, it's working. I'm checking my X account right now. We're all good, fellas. We're all good. Appreciate everybody's patience as we delve into some new technologies over here in the Crypto Empire Media Hub. So anyways, AI coins, they're on the rip right now. And all we had to do was just position ourselves properly last year before AI was a huge thing. It was big last year, but now it's a huge thing. And the world is taking notice. So obviously, Tau, number one. Render has also been one of my biggest positions from that time, September last year, when the price was around $2, and now it's around $12, $13. So I didn't go crazy risky with my two biggest AI coins. I went with the market leaders, Tau and Render, and that's playing out great. Also, obviously, OXO, as you guys know, I have a position in that one, and it's also continuing to do well, recovering after a dip all the way back down to the 4-hour 200 EMA. But for the most part, these AI coins are at the top of everybody's kind of attention right now, being that AI is taking over the world and it's the next industrial revolution. But what is going to be the next narrative to pump? What hasn't pumped in a while? And what should we be taking notice and positioning ourselves into right now that's quiet and that will have another huge leg higher in the future? The answer is simple and it's obvious, and it's gaming. Gaming is being slept on. Gaming is pulling back, or it's been in consolidation and accumulation for months now after having a strong end to 2023. So gaming coins, I will be spending a portion of today's live stream going over gaming and coins that you should definitely be looking into. Ian M says that the mic volume is a bit low. Let me see if I can fix that for you, Ian. Change this tuner. All right, that should be working out better now with the mic volume. Let me know if it's too high and I can lower it a little bit. As you guys see, we did some upgrades. We got the official podcaster mic, the Shure SM7B. So it's not perfectly tuned, but it should be pretty close to perfectly tuned. Just bear with me. A little bit of patience goes a long way as we make sure everything is optimized to all the new tech. Anyways, people saying the halving is April 15th. Yes, the halving is expected to take place on April 18th, all right? We haven't had the Bitcoin halving yet, and Bitcoin is trading for $68,000. So what should we be looking out here for Bitcoin? Well, we had this 12% pullback, and now we're starting to recover from it. But when we had this 12% pullback, looks just like a simple deviation now. But when we were having this pullback, a lot of people were panicking. A lot of people were calling the top of the bull market or a local top and saying we're going to have a huge retracement lower. Now, look, I am strongly convinced, and it will take a lot to convince me otherwise, that we are in the bull run right now. Look at the AI coin charts. Look at a lot of layer one charts. They've gone parabolic. So if you think that we're not in a bull run and it's going to start this summer, you should really consider educating yourself further and continuing to invest in yourself and your education on how markets work, because just look at the charts. Look at Bitcoin. It's at a new all-time high. We're not in a bull market yet. It's going to start in the summer. It's a very foolish and naive thing to say, in my opinion. But for Bitcoin right now in the 4-hour time frame, it is awesome that we did just reclaim our 4-hour 100 simple moving average, this blue line here. Main thing to get over now is $68,500 to my line here at $69,000, the previous all-time high from 2021. Once we recover this level, 68.5K to 69K, the only thing is to get past the new all-time high at 73 before we start going higher. All right, so this is a key level where price is right now. It is a Sunday, or for me, it is very early Monday morning. But for the US markets, it's still Sunday. And primarily speaking, we shouldn't really trust Sunday moves, but this does look like it was a deviation of this current range low over here, this green box. So overall, Bitcoin's looking strong right now, but we are in a key pivotal area at 68,500 to 69K. We need to flip this back into support. Just like it was acting as support over here last week, we need to run that back and have the same kind of scenario for BTC. And this will give altcoins, obviously, room to breathe and not get suffocated down lower to their lower demand levels. So that's Bitcoin as far as I'm concerned. Now, ETH had a bit of a harsher pullback, as you can see. ETH pulled back from high to low 16%, whereas Bitcoin pulled back 12%. ETH pulled back directly to the 4-hour 200 EMA, also lines up perfectly with this horizontal level over here. Previous level on the chart at around $3,500 exactly. But same story, right? We're seeing a nice V-shaped recovery on ETH so far, and the levels are obvious. Right, first level to get back over is going to be 3750, right where our 100 simple moving average is on the 4-hour time frame. After we reclaim that, we got to get back above 3,900, and then we can go above $4,000. So the ETH all-time high, $4,867. The real fun's going to start when ETH breaks out into price discovery. And obviously the Ethereum ETF is on track to get approved. The spot ETF for ETH is on track to get approved over in May, so around a month and a half away, maybe 2 months. We'll see that ETH spot ETF get approved. Most likely will get approved in May. And by that time, we'll see if Ethereum is trading at all-time highs. But the real fun will start when ETH does break out above its all-time highs. And most likely the ETF is going to be fuel. If it hasn't already broken out above that level, by the time the ETF gets approved, the ETF will be the fuel to push ETH into price discovery. Now, some key charts we always want to keep monitoring. Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance has been flat. It's been flat here at 50 to 55% from October when the market started to really pick up. So what does this mean? It doesn't really mean much because obviously this is a new dynamic with the Bitcoin spot ETF in the market, right? Big institutions, BlackRock is buying Bitcoin for their clients and their ETF. So we're seeing institutional capital inflow for Bitcoin. We're seeing a lot of retail capital inflow into the altcoins. So Bitcoin dominance is just at a stalemate right now with this new paradigm in the market. It is a bit different this time. Things have fundamentally changed with that ETF, right? Retail is buying altcoins, institutions are buying Bitcoin. Now, it is still possible we come back up to the 60% level. This 60% level, this was when I first started making videos on YouTube in 2021. Right? If you go watch some of my earliest videos about altcoin season, Bitcoin dominance was right here at that 60% level. And I have video proof because it's one of the first videos on my channel. I said it would break down and we would have that altcoin season. That's exactly what happened in 2021 from the 60% level. So if we do push up higher, I do expect a big, harsh rejection when we come back into this previous zone, 60% to 63%. I don't see Bitcoin dominance going any higher than this. And then the time to get out of everything and leave for the next bear market will be when Bitcoin dominance comes down below 45%. All right, when it's back in this bottom area, most likely our altcoins will already have met our targets, or at least a lot of them. Remember, most of the gains don't happen until like the tail 20% end of the cycle, right? The last final 20% is where 80% of the gains are made. I talk about this concept in the free ebook, the late movers, right? Most gains, 80% of the gains are going to be realized in that final 20% of the bull run. So when you see Bitcoin dominance drop back down below 45%, You should be scaling out. You should be exiting. You should be booking your profits, and you should go enjoy your life after you worked hard to secure those profits in the crypto bull run. But we are not anywhere even close to that just yet. There is so much opportunity still on the table right now, right? Like I've talked about, you're not early anymore, right? You were early before the total 3 altcoin market broke out over here in October, November, and then even early late December, right? When the total 3 was still in this area below in the bear market accumulation range. This would be considered early. Now that we've broken out and the total 3 is marking up higher, you're no longer early, but you're not too late to make some good profits in this bull run. But you do have to pick the right altcoins. If you pick the wrong altcoins, you're going to be sitting there the entire time waiting for things to pump. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to end up selling the things you've been waiting for to move, to chase into stuff that's pumping right now. And overall, that's a horrible strategy. And I do not condone that strategy if you are looking to dominate the crypto market, which of course is the tagline here at Crypto Empire. We're here to dominate the market. We're not here to do okay. We're here to crush it. You know, we're here to really extract a ton of profits from the market so that we can go ahead and we can live our life the way we want to, without anybody telling us otherwise. All right, so you need to follow correct strategies and principles to get your desired results. You cannot throw darts with a blindfold hoping to hit a bullseye. It could work because in a bull market, it's very easy to make money, but most people don't end up keeping it, especially if they're going with random strategies and relying on luck and FOMO to buy their projects. All right, so we do things the proper and correct way here with our core portfolio. And looking at this total 3, we still have a long way to go before we even reach the top of where we were in 2021. All right, that would just be about a 100% move from the current level, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, a 55% move from the current altcoin market cap to where we were in 2021. And what am I expecting? I'm expecting $2 to $2.5 trillion. A lot of people saying we're going to $3 trillion for the altcoin market cap. Look, I'll be damned if we get up there to 3 trillion. I'll be very happy. But for the most part, I think even if we just get up to that 2 to 2.5 trillion for the total 3, it's going to provide our altcoins enough juice to get to our targets so that we can sell. So overall, that's the macro. Macro is looking up. No macro uptrends have been broken. We're obviously in a bull market as far as I'm concerned. Anybody who's saying otherwise, look, I don't know what they're what they're looking at, what metrics they're looking at to come to the conclusion that we're not yet in the bull run. We're clearly in the crypto bull run, guys. Okay, so this is a limited window of opportunity. They don't last forever. Typically, we have 2 years of a bear market, 2 years of a bull market. As far as I'm concerned, the bull market started last year in 2023, so it's well underway. Right, the hourglass is basically half empty right now, and we have halfway to go. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and I want to go over some gaming projects first and foremost, because gaming hasn't pumped yet in terms of the relative strength compared to everything else in the market. If I show you my AI watch list, everything is green, up 20 to 30%. If I show you my gaming coins watch list, everything is green, up 1% to like 3%. Then some of these lower caps are up like 15 to 17%. So gaming hasn't moved, guys. Creo is on fire today, up 32%. Creo is a good one. Creo is definitely a good one in terms of a gaming studio. Still a really small market cap. Creo, it's at 50 mil now. All right, so I would say that it's like this would be the last time to, if you did want to get into some, this is the weekly chart. If you did wanted to get into a project like Creo, like this would be the last time it would make sense at a 50 mil market cap. Anything higher, it doesn't necessarily make sense to add something new to your portfolio. But Creo is definitely a very solid pick. And I know you probably see this chart and you're saying, Connor, are you seriously saying that, you know, we should get into something like this when over the past 4, 5, 6 months, it's gone from 0.001 cents to 16 cents. Well, here's the thing. Like I always say, winners will keep on winning. Winners usually continue to outperform. Creo is obviously a winner here. Now, I'm not in this one myself, but congrats to all Creo holders. Nakamoto Games did just announce they're going to get listed on all major tier 1 exchanges. I assume that means Binance and Coinbase. So the Naka dip has been eaten up from this last week, dropped down to $2.50. We're all the way back up to $3 now. Naka has a very strong chance to be the axie of this cycle. And the other one that has a really strong chance of being the axie of this cycle is Echelon Prime. So Echelon Prime, as you guys recall, I made it very loud and clear on my channel last year in 2023. See if I can find the video right here. It's around 4 months ago. November 2nd of 2023. We were going over Prime here on the channel. This was a public call, or not a public, a private call on my Discord as well. But I mean, I told all you guys, like when it goes anywhere near 3 and below, you're going to want to get into this. At the time of the recording, it was 318. It did go below 3 again. And then that was the bottom. That was the bottom back in early November. As you can see from that time, it's up 700%. Now, Prime is both gaming and it's also an AI project. They're building AI agents, just like something like OLAS or Delicium AGI. And also they're building a flagship game that's going to hopefully attract millions of users to Web3, as they say. So Prime is one of my comfiest holds in terms of gaming. The market cap is certainly high now, right? It was relatively kind of low when I got in. It was around 100 mil. Now it's 850 mil. So it definitely still has, in my opinion, 10x potential from here. Not financial advice, but Prime is one of the strongest coins on the market. It got listed on Coinbase the second it went live. That was something I discussed in my video on why I was bullish on it, right? It is Coinbase's backing. Anyways, that proved out to be a good decision. Obviously, I could have went after smaller gaming projects and made more returns. But I went with a less risky approach with a more proven, even though it was still brand new, a more proven project. And anyways, it's doing great, and I expect it to continue to be one of the biggest winners in terms of gaming this cycle. All right, so those are my core 2 gaming positions. Now, I do hold individual games such as Domi Online. Look, I was a big RuneScape fan as a kid. I don't play it anymore because I have more important things to do with my time. But one of the core game developers from Jagex, the company who made RuneScape, he's building out this MMORPG on the blockchain called Domi Online. The founder of Domi is a music producer, musician. He has millions of subscribers on YouTube. He's also an avid gamer. And they've been doing things the right way. I do believe that the beta version of the game for Domi will be released sometime soon. Anyways, I'm sitting on Domi. I bought this below a penny. And, it's completely risk-free at this point. But I think that this one could be a moonshot and, go to $1 plus this cycle. Obviously, Seedify is needed if you want to get into the new incubated projects out there. A lot of big ones are coming up, such as Bloodloop and Off the Grid. I think they're already sold out, though. But anyways, Seedify continuing to be one of the strongest gaming projects out there. Now, there's a lot of other ones, right? There's Hello, there's GFAL, there's LitLab Games. I would avoid these personally. They just don't make sense, all right? They would have made sense if you got in very early, say in October or early November before they took off. But now, I just think there's too many better options out there. Now, for LitLab Games, I say there's better options out there, but the thing is, this chart looks pretty bullish if it can find some strength here. Right, a very obvious falling wedge on the daily time frame, coming right to the daily 200 EMA. So something like Lit, from a TA standpoint, this is where we should be interested. I wouldn't be surprised to see it deviate below 2 cents and then do some kind of reclaim. Because typically before any huge move up, the market makers, whoever, the whale is manipulating price. Somebody out there with a huge amount of tokens able to do that. Typically, they want to structurally break the chart to get the weak hands out. So how do they do that? Well, it's simple, right? We have this horizontal support level at 2.3 cents, this orange line. So how do they psychologically freak people out to get them to sell before they blast it off higher? They sell a ton of tokens. They have it break the horizontal level, right? They usually have 1 or 2 candles confirm close below the level. So all the breakdown traders are like, okay, this is a breakdown, everybody. It was a good decision to sell. Everybody panic sells, and then what do? They run it back up, all right? That's a simple deviation. And before a lot of moves higher, you'll see something like that play out, right? It's the old head fake. You break the structure bearishly, on a technical level. All the technical traders, all the breakdown traders, they say, oh, price action is telling me this is going to go lower. They run it back, okay? Something like Lit, look out for it right now, even though this is not my favorite gaming project. Chart looks okay. Myria is solid in my opinion. I think Myria could be worth it to hold for the cycle. 3Bull also is a worthwhile hold, and also is bouncing directly off of the 200 EMA, just like LitLab Games, holding this horizontal level at 0.004. I think 3Bull is one of the better gaming studios out there. Something like PlayZap I don't think is worth it. It did well. It had that pre-sale. It launched. It was quiet. Then it pumped. I just think there's too many better projects out there compared to PlayZap. Get asked about PlayZap a lot. Now, GameGPT Duel. So this was a project that I did manage to get into the bottom back in November last year when it was still Rainmaker Games. Anyways, this has turned into a pretty big bag because it's gone up a lot from the time that I bought it. And I'm not going to sell a winner too early. I've been saying that gaming is most likely going to be one of the next narratives to take off. So if you're in good gaming coins and they've been winning for you, they've been growing in your portfolio, it doesn't make sense to sell a winner, to try and go after something that hasn't pumped yet, right? You want to hold on to your winners, especially your AI coins. Hold on to your AI coins tight to your chest, right? Don't let anybody take those AI coins from you, because AI will continue to outperform the entire cycle. I just think that gaming is being slept on right now. It's being overlooked. And I think it's going to be one of the next narratives to pump. So Duel, GameGPT, AI game engine, right? The team is going to be developing hundreds of games to go live this year. It makes sense. I'm bullish on this one, and I will continue to hold it. Epic is breaking down on the daily time frame. All right, we have a confirmed trendline break here. This looks very ugly, and it looks like it wants to come ahead and correct down lower here to our 200 daily EMA at 1.3 cents. So Epic to 1.3 cents looks like it's going to happen. I like Epic. I think it's worthy. Now, one of the newer ones, QORPO, gaming studio. And this thing went live on February 29th. Spent a few days in accumulation at 30 cents, and then it's been up only. Now let's check the market cap of this. All right, it has a 30 mil market cap, so it is still low. Similar to what I said about, what was I talking about, a 50 mil market cap? Whatever I was talking about before that was just at a 50 mil market cap. I kind of feel the same across most projects. Once it goes above that 50 mil market cap level now, I don't think it's worth to get into. But this is still at 30 mil, so it makes sense, right? Now, obviously, the chart has been only buying and very low selling. Chart shows a clear picture of that outcome. And every time people go ahead and sell, people are buying it right back up, all right? So QORPO is looking very strong. And it looks like it wants to keep on pushing into price discovery here. Currently at $1.19. But I did look into this one because I had a lot of people ask me about it. And, I realized that Wabo Crypto had posted it in his Discord in February. And then I really took a deep look into it, and it looks very solid. So I like QORPO. I think it's one of the better options on the market, especially because it's new. Ace, Fusionist Ace, another solid gaming project in my opinion. Structurally speaking, isn't looking great, right? We were in this ascending channel. Things were looking up, but it broke from the channel. look, most altcoins corrected big time when Bitcoin also corrected 12%. We saw altcoins have bigger corrections. This corrected 31% from high to low. Anyways, Fusionist Ace is another one that I'm bullish on. It is higher in market cap. All right, this is like a 200 mil right now. Of course, it doesn't give it to me on CoinGecko. Let's see if we have it over here on CryptoRank.io. Yeah, so a 235 mil market cap on Fusionist Ace. Definitely a higher one. I wouldn't necessarily expect it to go to a 20 bill market cap for 100x. I think that's definitely not going to happen. But I think that this one will, when it eventually does break out into price discovery, perform well. We're just seeing a lot of selling here. A lot of selling back down to the accumulation range. Right? This orange line marks the top of the accumulation range at $10. So I think it's going to do well. GHX is on fire. Did not get into this one. And I think it's still a really low market cap, though, so maybe I should reconsider. Never mind. 205 mil. Yeah, this one's gone, right? Unless you position yourself into this lower, sure, it's going to keep going up most likely, and it's going to give you X's. But again, we want to get into stuff near the bottom so that we can catch the move from the bottom like this. And buying this after it's up, 2,000% or even 400%. Excuse me a moment. Some guys in my Telegram group telling me to check my DM for some marketing proposal. Listen, bro, I'm not going to market your project. All right? Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm just not going to market your project. Leave me alone, please. Don't interrupt me during the live stream. Anyways, GHX, bullish, but opportunity is gone. Sleepless AI, new Binance Labs incubated project. I think this one's going to do well. The ticker is literally AI. As you guys know, I'm obviously spending a lot of time right now talking about gaming and going over what I'm seeing. We will get into the questions in just a little bit of time, but I just want to go over gaming for the most part right now. Sleepless AI, 250 mil market cap, brand new Binance Labs incubated project. Fusionist Ace is also a new Binance Labs incubated project. The ticker is literally AI for this one. So I think it will do well just because people are, that asinine where they just see AI in the ticker and they just buy as much as they can afford to. So yeah, that one looks good. AWT, right back to that level. I talked about it in the video the other day. And in terms of on-chain, I saw somebody ask me about Space Falcon. So yes, Space Falcon's one I'm holding as well on Solana as a Solana gaming option. I think it's wise to have exposure to Solana gaming projects. I have a video that I made in December that goes over my favorite three: Space Falcon, Honeyland HXD, and then also there is Octocon OTK, right? Go watch that video from December where I talk about these. This one, OTK, has been the best performer. Even though we caught huge moves on Honeyland HXD, we caught some big multiples and we took some profit too at the highs at 30 cents. But OTK, I was reading this white paper because again, I'm expecting gaming to be the next narrative. So I was kind of digging in further and yeah, this one, I recommend you go read their documents. It's very interesting stuff. A lot of potential for this one in the cycle. I wouldn't necessarily expect 100x to $8, but maybe $2-3 is possible for something like OTK. So overall, that's my thoughts on crypto gaming right now. I'm expecting gaming to take off as one of the next narratives in the not so distant future. If you're not already positioned into gaming coins, don't be the guy who's FOMOing, chasing after pumps. Be the one who takes your positions now and then has the patience to see it through, to see your thesis through for the trade, for the investment. Don't get shaken out. Like I said, we're in a bull market as far as I'm concerned. All right, we're going to go ahead and catch up with our live chat right now. We got a ton of questions. Let me turn my phone to do not disturb so I'm not getting interrupted by these vibrations. Shout out to Sniff in the live chat. Sniff putting some jokes. Shout out to All Day Drake, Last Hopper 77, Space Time Jim. Chris says, hi Connor, checking cat whiff bag on Solana. Meme from same account that whiff was created. Much funnier. Very low market cap. So I've been active in the meme trenches recently. I've caught some really big wins with meme coins as of late. So yeah, I mean, we'll look at memes a little bit. Now, cat whiff bag, 18 mil. No idea anything about this, but I will say that it had its initial pump and it had its initial 86% retracement. So if you are interested into something like that, you know, you're not buying the top, you're buying after the 86% retracement. So that's good. But yeah, I don't recommend cat whiff bag at all. Just answering Chris's question. Captain Fahad, is the bull market almost done? I'd say we're about halfway through. When will it end? Nobody knows. Most likely, my gut tells me we're gonna have a typical 4-year. I would like to see a typical 4-year cycle. Let me put it like that. I would like to see a typical 4-year cycle for this bull market. Will we get it? Who knows? Maybe we get a quicker one. It certainly makes sense with the pace that Bitcoin has been accelerating to the upside that we get a quicker cycle this time around. But my gut tells me that this is going to be the last traditional 4-year cycle, and then things will change, but there will always be opportunity. There will always be new coins. There will always be liquidity flows in terms of the macroeconomic situation, and there will always be opportunity to invest and make money, whether that's in crypto, whether that's in AI stocks, whatever. So just don't think that this is the last cycle. There's always going to be another opportunity. A lot of people saying he mule. Shout out to Tintin saying hello, boys. What's going on, Tintin? He mule is a cat. Cat coin on ETH, 32 mil market cap. Now again, just like I said about that other one, cat with a bag, this is a 61% retracement from the highs. A 61% retracement is good if you did want to buy something like this. But yeah, I'm not recommending Humule at all. Yeah, we're gonna need to get some moderators. I'm gonna have to put you guys in timeout for. There's just too much Humule as I'm reading through this chat. It's very annoying. You're clogging up the chat. Shout out to Raja saying he's just joining in now. Eli tuning in from Austin, Texas. Flawless saying Big Mike. So yeah, Big Mike, still in Big Mike, holding strong. I mean, look, it's holding great. There's a floor clearly here at around 1 mil to 1.5 mil. Every time the price drops there, a bunch of Chads start stepping in and buying the dip. And truthfully, I didn't expect this to take off like it did. And it did take off in a parabolic fashion, quicker than I had imagined, right? I expected this to take off more towards the election, but you guys seem to love it. Now, clearly, or obviously, if anybody is new, I started talking about this coin in the very early days, and then I had tweeted out about this. I had tweeted out about it a few times in this multi-week long bottom consolidation. And then it took off. All right. So this was a huge meme coin win. And I do think it's going to have another huge run. If you look at some of the other major successful meme coins, Bobo is a great example of that. If you look at something like Bobo on the higher time frames, I bought Bobo first in June. It pumped. I sold it. And then from August or July, August, all the way to February, like 8 months, it just was floored out. Now it pumped up to 100 mil. It's at 66 mil. All right. So just because a meme coin sells off and then, or has a good move and then kind of comes back to where it was, does not mean it's dead at all. Anybody who's been in the trenches in meme coins, a lot of members who were in the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group that were with me in the bear market, you guys know, we were in that meme coin arena in the trenches making things happen. So we're seasoned meme coin investors at this point. And we just know the go. We know how things work. We know that they can pump, they can sell off. And Bobo was a really kind of insightful lesson for me personally, because I didn't keep a moon bag in it. And, it went up 100x from my original entry. So that's a lesson. Always keep a moon bag. So, if you're up great on Big Mike, which you realistically should be, being that I gave you guys this at like 100K market cap publicly, I think it's very wise to keep a moon bag. And if you're a Giga Chad, you'll be adding, but that's obviously extremely high risk, and I don't recommend that because I don't give financial advice. Now another new one has been Bitget on base, brand new one. Call this in my Discord, super low, and it exploded. Went around 400%. Now something like this, if you join their Telegram chat, people absolutely love it. They love this meme. All right, there's a few guys from from Europe. This one dude's living in Tulum, Mexico right now, and I've never seen somebody. I have seen people love a meme coin, but this guy he loves it, and he is it's awesome to see. I think this one is super early still, and I do expect it to take off and have a run. Bitget here on base. It's a very funny meme if you have any sense of humor. But yeah, congratulations to everybody in my Discord that got into this one at the bottom and was able to ride it up. I haven't talked about this one at all, but yeah, I'm talking about it now, and I think it's going to continue to win. Let's see the current pullback. 46% from the highs. So again, a 40 to a 60% pullback from the highs. That's a good level to start accumulating something. Now, from my live chat today, it's clear that meme coins have taken over. And also, with what I'm seeing on Crypto X, some guy just he made a tweet saying that, looks like my live stream isn't here anymore. Let's refresh the page. There we are. Some guy raised like $23 million in Solana. He said, I'm launching a token. Send Solana to this address. And people sent in $23 million. So why are people doing this? Well, there's certainly a lot of people in massive profits right now because of this recent meme coin run. People have disposable profits that they'll just send to anything and they don't care. This will not last forever. But when the market is bullish like it is, you have to strike while the iron is hot. And that's why I'm playing meme coins right now as well. And I certainly don't have a 100% success rate. But I win enough where my losses are covered and I'm in, great profits. So I'll show you over here in the Crypto Empire Premium Discord, my most recent addition, very high risk, not financial advice. Andy on Blast. Called it at 2.7 mil. Currently at 3.9. Buying after a 78% retracement made a lot of sense. Andy is yellow. Blast is a yellow blockchain. Brett is blue. Base is blue. Brett took off. Pepe obviously on ETH. And then Landwolf on AVAX. These are all the 4 characters from that Matt Fury comic book. And there wasn't different Andy on Solana, but from what I saw, this is just an influencer cesspool. So I went with the Andy on Blast. And I will be prepared to ride it to the moon or to dust. We'll see what happens. But yeah, meme coins are very fruitful right now. I think it's naive to dismiss them and say, oh, it's just a meme coin. I will never touch that. When there's volatility and liquidity flowing to a sector of the market, why wouldn't you be an active market participant and just trade the asset without emotions? That's the way I look at it, right? I'm a trader. I thrive off of volatility. When money is coming in and out and the market is volatile and we have huge moves in meme coins, we're looking at 20x's, 30x's, 100x's, I'm going to trade it. So if you still have that old kind of boomer mindset of, I'm only going to stick with the fundamental stuff, I do understand, because I was like that for a while, but follow the money. Follow the big money. There's big money in memes right now. Toshi on base will continue to lead. Brian Armstrong's cat. I just want to check up on how Brett is doing right now as well. What happened with this one, ETF? So Brett at a 375 mil market cap. Most likely this one continues to lead on base. It's seeing over 21,000 holders right now. So it has spread massively. Very impressive from Brett. Congratulations to everybody that got into that one early, but the way it looks right now, it could be a $1 billion meme easily. All right, let's get serious. Enough memes. It's time to get serious, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about some fundamentally solid projects. OPSEC, INJ, TEC, Trios. What is the potential market cap in full blown bull market? Those are all different coins with different sectors and different projections. So, but OPSEC, INJ, obviously OPSEC billions, INJ more billions, Trios can go higher. I've never heard of TEC. Shout out to Moby Sage. Pitt is asking me about GameSwift. So GameSwift is a decent option if you want to hold a gaming project. I think there's more upside in other ones. Now, with that being said, from a technical perspective, yeah, listen, I can't really justify this. I think there's better options out there. I just know that Ivan on Tech and all of his cronies are up like 1000x on the pre-sale, so I don't know. I don't want to buy it. Vanar. Congratulations if you caught this one. 5 cents to 30 cents, clean 6x. If you got in last year in November, you're up 15x right now, but market cap is too high to justify an entry into something like this now. If you're already in, you just continue to ride it up through the bull run. 432 mil market cap. It's way too high to take an entry now for somebody like me, personally. Moby Sage. AGC looks like a good buy. It's almost coming back down to the breakout level at $1.08. So yesterday in the Discord, or maybe it was 2 days ago now, I was saying, listen, if you don't have AGC, I think it's a very smart thing to establish a position and start accumulating it. I said, yes, it could go down to $1. And it did actually go down to $1. But even still, like at $1.30, long term, this has the potential to go to $100 per coin. So yeah, Argo coin right now, strong bounce from $1. Not surprised. And it's looking for a breakout right now. Some very simple TA on a trend line. It's looking for a breakout right now. So I'm bullish on Argo coin. I do hold this one. And I think it has really high growth potential from here. The circulating supply is not 97 million. The circulating supply right now is 40 million tokens. So the market cap is much lower than what it says right here. It's not 126 mil. Hey bro, what do you think of OBOT? So I have never heard of OBOT before. Small project, low market cap. I don't know, man. I've never heard of this one, and it's like a V chain. Look, these projects, maybe like 1 out of 50 will perform good. You know, all the people last cycle holding Morpheus Labs, Morpheus Network, whatever. Oh, supply chain. It's so bullish because all these enterprise corporations are in it. It didn't do anything. VeChain had a good run from the bottom, but that's VeChain. I just don't think it's worth it to go into something like OBOT. There's too many other. Why not choose an AI coin or a gaming coin? Flawless saying QuantX 100x potential. So QuantX, it's a quantum proof blockchain. And also the royal families in the Middle East appear to all be invested in this project, like invested very heavily. And the last time I checked, they were burning like most of their tokens, because right now it's ridiculous with 1.7 billion tokens. The last time I checked, they were burning tokens. So yeah, QuantX is bullish. It's not the best out there, but it can do well. It can do very well. Connor, what's your opinion on Heroes of Mavia? So Heroes of Mavia, new gaming project, really hyped up. It appears to be an extremely solid project at that. So I can't say anything bad about this. Now, is it the best option right now at a 200 mil market cap? Not necessarily, no. But that's not to say it doesn't have a ton of upside from here. I don't even want to know how much the pre-sale investors are up. So let's see. It's actually, it's not that much. From the IEO, it's up 13x. We don't know the seed round price. Anyways, congrats if you somehow got into this pre-sale or something like that. This thing is up massive. It listed on exchanges for 20 cents. It's at $6 now. Now, this chart, very simple if we put a horizontal line on it. Holding the 50% fib of the overall move from the listing price to the high it made. If you're lucky, maybe you get a golden pocket entry at 420 to 390. Either way, what I see happening, two scenarios: you dip, recover, or you break out. But this is definitely one of the better gaming projects out there, Mavia. We'll leave that on the chart so we can reference it in the future. Two scenarios: either we dip and you buy, or we break out and you take the breakout. Shout out to Brandon Willis saying Connor top G. Appreciate that, Brandon. What are you seeing on AGRS? Tau Logic. What am I seeing on it? From a technical standpoint, it's not looking hot at all. I've showed you already my AI coins watch list on TradingView. Everything is green. Besides Andromeda. Anyways, everything is green. Up 40%, 20%. Here you have an AI coin that's been on the market since 2015, not doing squat, breaking down from a a steep trend line here. It's certainly not the strongest AI coin in the market by any means. So you definitely want to see the $6 level hold. If not, you're right back to this bottoming out zone at 430. Fundamentally speaking, this project has a lot to prove. It's basically all been hype and speculation and talk. Project's been out since 2015. Their mainnet isn't even live. So this is definitely a higher risk AI investment. I haven't touched it personally. But with that being said, if you bought the bottom in October last year, you're up massively. You know, over here in October, 17 cents. So you're up 50x basically. So I don't think it's the best option by any means as far as AI coins go right now. I think AGC is promising. This is interesting. Andromeda, operating system for a blockchain. This is what GridNet is supposedly doing too. But obviously the GridNet developer is a fool. Dumped $3 million on his community and thought nobody would find out apparently. Anyways, Andromeda is just deviated from its range low. So if there was ever something telling you in the charts to be bullish, it's this. Tau right now, very similar, right? Tau had a deviation from its range low. This is how Tau trades, right? If you look at Tau over here during this pullback from November to January, you had your range low, deviated the range low, then it took off and it made new all-time highs. Tau right now deviated the range low, deviated the range high, came back to the range low. Typically, this is when you see the continuation move to the upside. So I am expecting Tau to break out here into price discovery. For any degens looking to leverage trade this, I would wait until the week starts because maybe we get a flash crash, sell the news with the Nvidia conference, and then towards the end of the week, the market starts to pick up. So mark out your Monday range and look for Monday low deviations on Tuesday and Wednesday of the week. And then you'll be able to find some good entries, especially on AI coins if they do dip early in the week. Have your Monday range on the chart and look for the Monday low deviation to go long. But for Tau, you would have had to be long from the double bottom down here for it to make sense. Here you're chasing, here you're late, and you'll most likely get hunted and get stopped out if you try and trade this from here. Gaming tokens are overlooked. Glad you agree, Brandon. Guys, smash up that like button if you're enjoying the live stream so far. Appreciate it. More the next XAI or AXI. So more games, certainly not the best option, but it's such a low market cap right now. It's all community driven. So I think it's going to be a good one to hold in like over the next few months, especially if we have a gaming leg, right? This is such a low market cap where it can really explode. But there's definitely better projects out there, right? That have more funding, more backing, building better overall games to play. That's the whole point of crypto games, so people play them. There's just better projects out there that are doing better things. But I think more will run, especially if we see an overall gaming leg up higher in the market. This one could explode because it's such a low market cap. But it's certainly nothing, crazy special as far as a gaming project goes. Mary, Connor, please tell me what to buy with 9K? Question mark, question mark. So if you only have $9,000, I would say you should buy max 3 coins and you should hold those until it's time to sell them. What 3 coins to buy? I don't give financial advice. If you want to know what I'm holding specifically, you can check out the Discord group. Link is down below my Whoop page. And you can find out exactly what I'm buying. And, you can also ask me questions in the group, but I don't give financial advice to answer that question, my man. Shout out to Michael DJI Manor saying, welcome back, Connor. Hope all is still going well with you and you are doing marvelously okay. Together with all your trades, wishing you all the best of luck for the bull run. Keep crushing all the bears. You know what, Michael? Appreciate your support. Good to hear from you. What is SPA? I don't know what SPA is. I've never heard of that one. Satoshi Nakadodo saying Naka. Yeah, Naka's definitely one of the best gaming projects in the market. Look, I bought it at 80 cents, man. I was late. I was late to the party. It had already gone up from 5 cents to 80. What is that? Like a 15x or something like that. Definitely missed the bottom, but I think Naka will continue to crush it. How high can it go? It does have the potential to maybe be one of the next Axie Infinities and reach that 10 bill level. But even if it reaches 4.8 billion, you're looking at a $74 Nakamoto Games, which means at the 80 cent entry, it's like it's like an 80-90x. So I'll be happy with that. So that just proves, right? Even if you're late, you can still be on time enough to make some significant gains. Maybe Naka only does half of this. Maybe it only goes to a 2 or a 3 bill market cap. 2.8, let's go to 2.5 bill. You're still looking at a 12x from here, which is nothing to complain about. Especially if you got in at least underneath $1. You're already up right now. 3 to 4x, 12x from here, take you to a 50x. I'll take that all day long. I'll be like, thank you very much. I will sell. I will not look back in the slightest bit. But obviously, does that mean you just sell everything at a 2.5 mil market cap and you don't wait for a 5? No, you want to scale out. And if the market's showing signs of if the signs are there that we're topped out and things have slowed down completely, then yeah, that'll be the time to exit. Having set predefined dates and set predefined targets is not necessarily something I recommend. I share with you price targets because I know that's what you guys want. But me personally, going after a set target or a set date when you'll sell everything, it's totally the wrong approach because the market moves so quickly. Things can change on the drop of a dime, and you need to be flexible and dynamic with your approach. So there's much more that goes into it than just, it's going to go to this dollar amount, and by this day, I'm going to sell everything. You'll probably ride it all the way back down to the bottom. Thoughts on PAL AI and GPU Node AI? Please check Type AI. It's a lot of questions in one. I'll take one of your coins and look at it. Thoughts on PAL AI? Opportunity it's not gone, but at a 500 mil market cap, okay, sure, maybe, in the AI crazy bull run, it goes to a 10 bill market cap and it does a 20x. If that happens, Tau is going to go to 50 billion. Cubic's going to go to 25 billion. And I'll have my 100x's there. And I don't care about PAL. But yeah, the opportunity cost from this market cap doesn't make sense. 500 mil, too high for me. But if you got into this last year in the early days and you're already up 50x, 100x, well then keep on riding it higher. Like I said earlier in the live stream, your AI coins, hold them close to your chest, ladies and gentlemen. They are the most appreciating asset in the crypto market for a reason right now, and that will most likely continue going forward. What do you think about Caspa? What do I think about Caspa? I think it's a staple in any portfolio, especially maybe, I have inside of my group, I have a lot of different people from a lot of walks of life. And I talked with a lot of them on the phone because I offered a 30-minute phone call from the Black Friday sale. And basically, a lot of older people aren't looking for high risk investments. Everything has risk in crypto, that goes without saying. But Caspa is one of the lowest risk, safe 10x, 15x's from here. So I'm bullish on Caspa. I expect it to continue to outperform. And what's my price target? Again, just going off of dollar amounts isn't the best approach, but if I was to give you a number, $2 to $3, like I've been saying. Oli Woo, do you like ApeCoin? Don't you think it will pump massively with Metaverse? So in previous times, last year, I may have said I was bullish on Ape in some videos, but times have changed. I no longer feel like that about ApeCoin. It will go up, but it's not going to go up massively. It's not going to be some crazy winner. It's at a $1.2 billion market cap. If we go to OpenSea, Vermilio's are at 0.79 ETH. Could be a buy the dip opportunity there. But if we go and look at Bored Apes, these things were trading for hundreds of ETH. They're right now 15 Ethereum. Right? If you bought one of these in the last bull run, you were down hundreds of thousands to potentially millions of dollars. Same thing with ApeCoin. ApeCoin has been a complete dud. The Bored Ape Yacht Club was cool when it first went live, but it simply got infiltrated by too many celebrities, too many low-life, no moral influencer people. It started off as a community movement and turned into a collaboration, if you will, with people that I'm not interested in ever working with. So ApeCoin, Bored Ape Yacht Club, I'm totally fading it. Totally fading it. Right? If you're going to buy any NFT, obviously not financial advice, but something like a Remilio would make much more sense. Luke's spiritual journey. Luke, I hope that spiritual journey is going okay for you, my man. What are your top 3 coins that you like from your high conviction that can still do a 50 to 100x? A lot of stuff. I think something like Tectum, which I made a video about today, can maybe do a 50x. Let's see. AGC, router protocol. This has been the biggest troll ever on route. Whales continuing to sell the 100 simple moving average on the daily time frame. And as you see, I have this marked out, run these lows one more time. It is still possible that these lows are ran one more time at 330. It wouldn't surprise me. I've seen dirtier things happen. Rio, 50x potential, change. From here, it's about double from my entry. So yeah, I expected 100x when I bought it. TET, coin being heavily slept on. Heavily swept on. As an asymmetric bet, coin just makes a lot of sense. And a 37 mil market cap, right? This is not a project where I recommend to put like 20% of your portfolio in. Something like Tower, Naka, that would make a lot more sense. But as far as an asymmetric bet, where you're taking 1 or 2% of your portfolio and putting it into something with really high growth potential, something like coin is just a no-brainer in my opinion. Competent, strong team. They built Steam. Top project in 2016, 2017, multiple $1 million or $1 billion market cap. First free-to-use blockchain. It makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, I feel comfortable holding coin. Good tokenomics as well. People see the unlimited supply without reading any documents. Understanding there's a 2% annual inflation. like most healthy economies. Anyways, coin, I do think it has that potential to hit that 50x number that you're after. And I think I gave you enough options. Big Mike Chads are in here. Shout out to Big Mike on ETH. Follow them on Twitter and join their Telegram. Where's Big Mike at? 1.5 mil still. Nothing happened from the last time we checked it around 30 minutes ago in the stream. What are my thoughts on the move to earn narrative? I think it emerged with Step in last cycle, and it will come back at some point in this cycle with a new project. So I think it's good to have your eyes peeled if you want to invest in that for a new project. Node AI GPU. So this is another DPIN project. Basically, it looks like the Nvidia logo. In terms of fundamentals, I'm sure they're great. 113 mil market cap. Looks like all these other charts. Looks very strong, man. If you're holding this, it looks strong. As long as AI and DPIN continues to pump, I think you're okay. Now, Genius is very interesting. Shout out to Jazzy, my man, for DMing me this on Twitter. So Genius is very interesting because of who is behind the project. And long story short, this guy named Kenneth Hurley, he worked at Nvidia as like an engineer for 17 years. He had this idea for like the past 7 years, and he brought it to life this year. Genius. So this one's worth looking into it on your own. I'm gonna make a video on it at some point in time in the not so distant future. But this one I think could go to like $3,000 plus per token. Right now it's 150. PT Minato. Hi Connor, not financial advice. If you could only buy one between Space or TET, which would you go for? Thanks. So TET has US patents. They have 3.5 million transactions per second. Both are decent, but right now I would have to lean towards TET. Moon River MOVR. Definitely not worth holding. Sure, you could catch some moves with it, not denying that. But yeah, just doesn't make sense. In terms of technicals look good. You got your current range lows caught up to the 100 simple moving average. So it's been cooling off. If it's going to leg up again, I would look to bid 16 if you want it. Do I think that ILV will 15x from here? No, I don't. Glasshopper saying he needs some hoo-hoo on Merlin chain. Glasshopper, that sounds like complete gibberish to me. No idea what you're talking about. Hoo-hoo on Merlin chain. I know you're deep into gaming, man, but that one went over my head. Can Caspa hit $2 or 150? I do think it can. Sober on Solana, garbage on ETH are very low cap memes talked by Crypto Banter and Superman. Does it have pumpamentals? It probably made the coin. So I would personally the chart makes sense. It's literally bottomed out. So sober. And then what was your other one? Garbage on ETH. So completely bottomed out. Probably dead. Maybe they pump it. Like, you have to understand, Banter and Superman. You guys don't understand what's happening behind the scenes with like the crypto industry and like the media content producers. Listen, I've been approached. You know that guy Mario Nafal? The guy wanted to get on the phone call with me for whatever reason. I got an email from his assistant. Hey Connor, Mario wants to talk with you. What? Like, what do you want from me? What are you gonna say to me? Like, I don't want anything to do with you. So anyways, I think there's some sketchy stuff happening underneath the surface here. And Banter Superman, I wouldn't trust him, personally speaking, but you listen to whoever you want out there. Let's see. Question, Connor. You still stand by with Big Mike? Of course. Why wouldn't I? Watch what happens, especially if the prediction comes true and then you know who ends up becoming the Democratic nominee. Moon River. Peng looks good. Listen, Peng's already at 100 mil market cap. I would rather go gamble on stuff that's like 1 mil market cap and below, personally. Will this be the next $1 billion meme? Maybe, but like, if you're up massive on this, the way I treat every meme coin, when I buy a meme coin, my outlook is, okay, I want to be able to make, first of all, get my initial profit out as quick, or my initial investment out as quickly as possible after, maybe a 2x, 3x. And then, after you start getting to those 10x, 20x gains, like, if you're not realizing profit by then, like, it's a meme, right? Like, just, I know memes have proven themselves to continue to just go up, but I learned some harsh lessons. Like I said earlier in the stream, I was here in the bear market buying memes, catching some crazy pumps. But what I failed to do in that bear market was realize enough profits from those insane multiples that I caught. So now I see a 10x, 20x on a meme. Obviously, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. If it ends up becoming the next Pepe or the next Brett or the next Whiff, that's why you always keep a moon bag. But don't ride your memes all the way back down to the bottom. Deboga says, opinions on Rose. Do you think it's still a good hold? Yes, Oasis Rose is still a good hold. For reference, if anybody know, you guys already know because I've said it many times, but I worked in real estate in the US, and my broker, he only has Coinbase on his phone. So I'm looking through Coinbase. This was last year at the bottom for Rose, like around 4 or 5 cents. And I was looking through Coinbase for the good coins to buy, and Rose was one of them. And Rose is AI and privacy. And Rose will probably continue to outperform. It is one of the older coins that has the potential to reach new all-time highs this cycle. Let's see what the dilution is. So if we go to the market cap, it peaked out at a $2 billion valuation January 15th of 2022. It's a late mover. It was a very late mover. This is a good example of a late mover for everybody who's wondering what that is. Bitcoin peaked out in November. Rose peaked out in January, on January 15th. All right, so this is what I expect for projects like Coin, like Change, like Router Protocol. When I say a late mover, this is what I mean, right? Maybe it goes on a parabolic move while Bitcoin is topping out, and then ends up having its own peak 1 or 2 months later. Right? This is all just my anecdotal experience talking. Right? Just everything that I've seen in the last cycles. And I put all that into words in the free ebook. So if you don't already have that free ebook, I'm not sure what you're doing. If you haven't read this yet, I put all my strategies into words for you guys to learn. But yeah, Rose is an example of a late mover in the last cycle. Right now it's 1 bill. This is what dilution is, right? So if it had the same market cap as the last cycle, or the same token circulation supply, it would be 30 cents right now, but it's half of that. It's 15 cents. This is why dilution is important in understanding market cap and dilution. People look at stuff like, I don't know, HBAR or Filecoin, XRP, XLM. Every day, every week, every month, tokens that were locked up become unvested and they enter into circulating supply. So for a project to reach the same price of the last all-time high, the market cap is going to need to be like 3 to 5 times higher for a lot of this stuff. That's why most old coins won't make new all-time highs. That's why I primarily focus on new coins to hold in my portfolio. That's why I tell people that ask me about Matic and HBAR and all these other garbage dino coins, I say there's better options out there. This is the perfect example why. Wow, I miss so much in this chat. Apologies, everybody, if I didn't get to your question, because there are so many here. And I'm looking at my stream on Restream. It's not on YouTube. So I don't know if I got any super chats this stream. If you sent me a super chat and I missed it, I'm really sorry about that. But I'm looking at my chat through Restream right now, and it doesn't show me if anybody sends a super chat or not. So if you did send one, I see Davey right here. Shout out to Davey. Never mind. I can see Davey. I'm just scrolling down because I missed everything. Shout out to Davey for the Costa Rican Colone super chat. He says, Grand Rising to you, Emperor. Estamos aquí. AIPG bottom or dying. And could Pirate Chain not have a bull market this cycle? Love the streams as always. Saludos. So, compa, is AIPG dead or bottomed? So I tweeted about AIPG. I asked the community at large, is this the ultimate garbage coin, or is it going to recover? And somebody basically said, this is always why it's good to have an educated community and not a bunch of low IQ meme coin investors, even though those people are great too. Power to them. God bless them. But anyways, I do like having an educated community, which is, I feel like, what I've built here at Crypto Empire, which is good. Now, from a technical standpoint, this thing looks horrible. From a fundamental standpoint, the word on the street is they claim fair launch, but basically what happened was the network went live and the team fired up their miners, fired up their computers, and just started mining from the get-go, and they hold most of the supply. Apparently like 85% of the supply they mined up like right away. That's why there's so much selling. It makes perfect sense. So I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole personally. That's me though. Other people will tell you that it's going to do amazing this cycle. Who knows? Nobody has a crystal ball. But yeah, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Check Manta. So Manta's a good high cap to hold. It's one of the better ones. So Bitcoin still hasn't reclaimed. I mean, this is short-term stuff. I'm looking at Manta right now in the lens of like a short-term trader. But in terms of the macro, like if we look at this on the weekly time frame, It's a brand new coin that's been in consolidations from its launch, right? It's been range bound between $4 and $2. Obviously, it would be optimal to buy this at the range lows as close to $2 as you can. But I think buying anywhere in this range before it goes into price discovery will do well. The market cap is high. This is a big VC-backed coin. But I think it's one of the better mid caps to hold for this cycle. And it could go on a TIA type of run as well. TIA just getting extracted right now. A lot of value being extracted from TIA and getting rotated into other stuff. What's your opinion on ASTR and DOT? So ASTAR is good. DOT, definitely not worth touching at all with any capital. At all. Gala or Beam for a gaming play? Neither, but if you had to choose one of those two, Beam. Shout out to Joe the Toe saying, what did Toey miss? Joe the Toe, you missed a lot. Suggest you rewatch the stream on your own time. But yeah, it's a good time to be here right now. Let's see. Connor, please chart Zus. Going live soon. Storage narrative under 10 mil. On-chain coin. Let's take a look at Zus for Tintin. All right. So we got some data in front of us to work off. Now, Tintin, this went live in 2020, my man. It already had a bull cycle. And it didn't do great. I mean, it did okay, right? It bottomed at 10 cents and it did a 27x. I don't love the old coins, Tintin. Now, if you want me to chart it, the chart is bullish. Right, the chart has already started to break out from the bottom accumulation, and it's currently in a bullish consolidation. Whether you want to call it a falling wedge, whether you want to call it a bull flag, whatever you want to call it, it's bullish, and it looks like it wants to push out higher from here. So this is the weekly. Weekly looks good, ready for a breakout move higher soon. Bullish consolidation. Joe the Toe asked me to look at Shinobi Ninja. Up 110% on the day. Wow, Joe the Toe, my man. You are a beast. Joe the Toe is a beast, everybody. If anybody doesn't know, Joe the Toe told us about Shinobi Ninja on a live stream 2 weeks ago. And it has gone up like 25x or something. Maybe 30x. Joe the Toe, I faded you. I'm not going to fade you again. I feel like a fool. Went up 25x. Shout out to Joe the Toe. I should have listened. I knew the guy was a legend. His name is Joe the Toe. Foolish slip up by myself. How can you fade a guy named Joe the Toe? It's the most legendary name. Anyways, I had some good meme wins myself, so I can't really complain, but man, nothing like FOMO. Let me see. It's hard to get over, Joe. Joe the Toe. Manata says Banter, Superman, Wendy are even worse than Bitcock. They're all bad. I think Bitcock might be the worst, man. Add Storm Warfare to the list. Storm Warfare is good. the Jan token. I mean, it's incubated by Cetify, so that gives it some credibility right away. And we're coming back down towards the range lows now, so that's a promising sign. Great time for accumulation if you're bullish on Storm Warfare. So on my stream right now, I have no idea how many people are watching. I have no idea how many likes we have because, like I said, I'm now using Restream, so I can go live at the same time on X and on YouTube. So I would appreciate if you guys smash the like button, however many of you are watching right now. All right, never mind. We got 214 people watching. I can see it now on my YouTube dashboard. Shout out to all 214 of you. Smash that like button. Sologenic, I've never heard of Sologenic. Scalia infrastructure, scale dependent scaling project. A lot of random questions in this live today. A lot of viewers today. I think this might be a record-breaking stream for me, honestly, having 200 people watch me live. So that's cool, but it's a lot to keep up with. Akash is very bullish, man. If you don't know, we called this on the channel. I didn't buy it, but I knew with pretty high certainty it was going to go up. For me, it was a choice between Render and Akash. I bought Render, but I made videos about both at the same time last September, and both of them have crushed it. So I'm bullish on Akash, and I think it will continue to do well. Is Layer AI still worth it? Man, big shout out to Joe the Toe. It's going to be a long time for me to get over that one. And the coin was called Shinobi Ninja. It was so obvious in hindsight. It always is. Is it too late for Layer AI? Layer AI, 8 cents, 25 mil market cap. No, I think this can 10 to 20x from here. Go to like a 250 to 500 mil market cap. H bar is intriguing. Yeah. It's okay. I mean, look, if you bought the bottom, you know, you're up 3x. There's just too many better options out there than H bar. I changed my stance on it. As you guys know, if you've watched me for years, you know I used to be bullish on H bar, but nah, fam, not anymore. That's not to say it won't go up. There's just too many better options out there than H bar. Joe the Toe says, haha, dude, I didn't want to point that out and look too cheesy. Joe the Toe is a legend, man. You really think Argo coin can hit $100? I think it's possible. I think anybody saying that it's a certainty that it will reach that number is a fool for saying anything is an absolute fact. It's a very dynamic market and things can change. Does it have the potential to go to a $3 to $5 billion market cap? Yeah, it does. And current circulating supply is 40 million tokens. $100, that would be 4 billion. If it's right in that projected potential market cap range of 3 to 5 bill. So yeah, I think it's possible. Joe the Toe says, yeah. I got in on Trest, wondering if it will do well this run. Negative in liquidity, but also super early. And look, I'm sorry if I missed your question. I basically went up to the most current chat and I started looking at it from there. So if you asked me something and I missed it, sorry about that. Anyway, Trestle. Now, let me know, by the way, if you like the new microphone. If you can hear me better, if it's more clear, better quality. I'd like to hear some feedback on that. Anyways, Trestle, 10 mil market cap, 4 mil in liquidity, which is a lot. New coin that launched in February. What is this thing? It's a Celestia Bridge. Okay, interesting. Yeah, bridges notoriously, their tokens don't do amazing. And you know, this is such a new project. It's a low market cap where it can definitely pump in a bull run. Just not something I'm interested in personally. Anyways, guys, we've been going live for an hour and a half, so we are going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream right now. So with that being said, I appreciate all of you guys being here for the Crypto Empire Sunday live stream. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Follow me on X if you're not following me on X. If you're interested in joining the private premium group, hit the link in the description down below. It'll take you to the WAP page. $147 a month will not be available for too much longer. Time is limited for this offer, and a lot of restructuring will be happening soon. So if you want to get in, I would recommend to lock it in now. Get the free ebook. If you're not already familiar with the free ebook, my entire strategy to dominate the bull run, most stress-free approach to making money in crypto is all written out for you for free right here. No gimmicks, no strings attached whatsoever. And already 16 5-star ratings. If you guys got the ebook already and you liked it, I would appreciate it if you left me a rating. One more thing, shameless plug-in, which is just going to make everybody a lot of money who listens. Not financial advice, but I'm fairly confident to say that the base airdrop will be one of the biggest crypto airdrops ever. And you should be farming the base airdrop right now. I am using Farmbase Pro to farm the base airdrop, completely automated. And, you know, I'm expecting the base airdrop to give me tens of thousands to potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars from these wallets. I show you how to do this on my channel so that you learn how to set it up for yourself. Scroll airdrop, base airdrop, go watch those videos and start farming your airdrops. Look, you can use free wallets on Farmbase. It won't cost you anything. You can farm the airdrop yourself. All I have to say is just get started in some way, shape, or form, because when the airdrop hits, you know, we're just going to get paid fat. And if you're not farming it right now, you're going to be missing out. Anyways, guys, that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. You'll be seeing a lot of me in regular videos going forward. I'm building out what you see here. This is just kind of a makeshift studio. I'm building out something awesome. It's going to take a little bit of time as I wait for things to come in the mail, ordering a bunch of stuff online. But when it's all here and you guys see the finished project, I think it's going to be epic. So that's something to look forward to. Anyways, I'll see all you guys in the next one. I'm having multiple people saying that they can only hear me in the left side of their AirPods. Okay, so that must be me. I will look into fixing that on the microphone. Anyways, guys,